Hey everyone, this is author S.A. Mantell. I've got some information to cover and I'm just going to get right into it. Last week I mentioned that I am going to try to lose some weight, and just to show you what the progress is, it's good to mention that I have exercised every day this week except one, and so that is my progress, and which doesn't look like much without numbers, but it comes out to about 5 pounds. Also, as a writer, a lot of times I will sometimes look up a word that I think I know the answer to, and usually the definition is there, but then again, in most cases, because the English language is just weird, there are several very varying definitions, and I decided to look up the word livid, which, of course, the first definition is the one we most often use, which is furiously angry. But a lot of the other ones intrigued me. There was about 4, but they all have a lot of different parts. I have the information taped up to my screen, so if I look over to the side a lot, that's what I'm doing, is I'm looking at my information. But the second one is speaking in terms of a light imparting a death-like luminosity, and that kind of sounds contrasting, but Edgar Allan Poe, in his work The Assignation, speaks of a livid and preternatural day, which preternatural is basically synonymous with supernatural. And also, the third one is very intriguing because it's got so many parts that are so different. The definition says anemic looking from illness or emotion. I can't read my own writing, which is weird. And the subheading things, they speak of shock, or as Mary Shelley defined it, death-like, in her book Frankenstein's Monster, in which Frankenstein falls asleep and has a dream about a woman named Elizabeth and speaks of her as livid with the hue of death. And then, of course, again redundant, there is rage. Also, number 4 speaks of discolored by a coagulation of blood, which basically means bruised, which I kind of know that definition because I watch a lot of crime shows where they speak of lividity on the corpses, so, and it shows like bruises that apparently showed up after the death of that person. So that, you can see that that is a lot of varying definitions, and so that has been your interesting fact for the day. I will see you next week.